Hey, I'm Just.
What's up? This is Kels.
And this is
The Lover's Guide.
It's too late to find out. You know that you mine now. It's too late to find out. You know that you mine now. It's too late to find out. Speed it.
Yo, today, so we wanted to pop in with a quick video, man, because there's a lot of ritual work being done on us, us black men in particular, and us in the spiritual community as individuals. Right now, what we want to talk about basically is Kanye and how they're using him as an agenda to basically, it's the old "we're not crazy, you're crazy" trick. I wrote about this a little bit on the Lover's Guide Instagram. You can go read that for yourself. But today, I was just in the spirit. Me and Jess were having a conversation, and I just felt the attack. I was feeling it already, but I wasn't really understanding the effects that it was having on me. So I guess when today Kim released her statement on Kanye, I didn't take that as we're standing by his side type of thing. I took that as a separating herself from him, no, he's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And so what we want to kind of push out and let people know is that, this world that we live in is crazy. You can first of all, you would have to be in a state of mind like Kanye to even attract him around you, you know what I'm saying, to some certain extent. Now, but what they're trying to do is basically force mental titles on you and mental health, so that only way you can come to grips and understanding that is going to the hospital and getting diagnosed and them giving you pills, and when you're not on your medicine, you're doing something wrong, so it's crazy out here. So everybody protect your spirits, man.
Yeah, I mean, same, like Kel said, because I was feeling the triggering feelings as well, when I first saw it. I think it was around yesterday or something. So, I just been processing, why I was feeling the way I was feeling to his presidential campaign. And it was, like I said, it was just triggering for me, and so I'm into cardiology or whatever. And so I was looking up different cards and meanings or whatever. Shout out to Aquarius Maximus. If you don't follow her, follow her for real. She be spinning that real, and all her predictions come true. But anyway, so I noticed that his card, his card or whatever was my Pluto card, and it was the card of bipolar mania and things like that. So right then I drew that connection, that's probably why it was triggering for me or whatever. So me and Kel, we were talking about just mental illnesses or whatever, and we were just them giving shit titles is what really motherfuckers just be getting even more lost, because now it has a title, and don't get me wrong, I do, I see the benefits of defining things, but we have to get back to defining things on our own.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying, and not attaching and agreeing to, the contract that they have under which what things mean or whatever, but tap into your spirit and figure out what it means to you. Yeah. So right then and there, so anyway, I saw Kim's video about her surrogacy resurfaced or whatever. So when I saw that, I was like, let me go to her page or whatever and see if she said anything about this whole thing. So and then that's when I started reading the statements to Kel or whatever, and I showed him, and we was just it didn't feel when I was reading it didn't sit right with me. And then Kel was like, no, he basically, that's usually how it happens, I feel it, and then Kel be voicing it.
Right, yeah.
But he was just nah,
yeah,
like he said, it made him look crazy. It made him look even crazier, because now your wife spoke out about your disorder.
And that's the only person you got in your corner, basically.
Yeah, and
so,
now she's like, please forgive him. And you know, and it's just like...
Yeah, making him look like a victim.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Kanye don't need help. I'm not saying that. Thanks. But it's not what motherfuckers think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like what society is painting his mental illness to be. Like, that nigga... If Kanye crazy, like Kel said, if Kanye crazy, we crazy. Yeah. Like, we gotta be to some extent crazy, like Kel said, to even be here experiencing this.
Right. And that was our disclaimer, because we're not defending Kanye at all.
We're not defending anybody.
And nobody, but we are just bringing light to what the circumstance is. And the circumstance is that basically, if Kanye is, if how can... Who gave them authority to call anyone crazy? You know what I'm saying? Who gave you authority? Is it your degree? Is it your, you know, because last time I checked, we live in a world that we all program under this people law that be, you know, doing all type of rituals and spells on us. You know what I'm saying? We all lost in desires, and we lost in this ideology, religion,
tripping,
and lost in light and shit like that. And so it's like, so for Kim Kardashian to call Kanye West crazy, I saw that.
She didn't say crazy. She said we all know he has bipolar.
Yeah, I mean, but she said it in a nice way, though.
No, I get it. I'm just saying, like, technically, she didn't use crazy.
She didn't use crazy,
but that's kind of what's associated.
Yeah.
You know, to him right now.
Exactly.
And she was like, yeah, we all know this.
And that's and that's the world we live in, because you can say it in a nice way, but it still means the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's even a little trick that they do on
lostness.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to get you like, oh, you're not crazy, you just mentally ill and shit like that. But regardless, like, you know, Kanye is just he's. So me personally, my opinion on him is that, you know, he just on his journey, and like, no one should be defining anyone. Now, the reason why they're attacking Kanye is because that he's in their system, and he didn't shook a lot of hands, and he didn't, you know, got certain doors open through, you know, dealing with these individuals. Well, not even individuals, these agents, because they're working under the government structure. So that's why Kim can sit back and be like, you know, I'm stable and I'm good because I'm abiding by the law that someone else put in my head. You know what I'm saying? And if Kanye seems like he's not going against, if he's going against that,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the conflict comes in, you know? And so I always we took it back to the planets. We were doing a 360 meditation, and I saw where Mercury is at. And, because I was thinking about mental, what came to my mind was mental health. So I instantly look at Mercury, and so I saw the Mercury was in Cancer. So that means our thoughts going to be moody, and our communication is going to be moody. So that's what Kanye was doing on the stage for
July 19th, when he did his presidential campaign.
You know,
that was that new moon energy or whatever. And his Cancer is, his rising is Cancer,
right?
Or whatever. So he was heavily influenced. He was up there crying.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
by that alignment. But that was just an alignment. We all of our thoughts are moody. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started to feel for Kanye, because obviously I grew up on his music and whatnot, and Gemini has Venus in it right now. So Kanye looks like his actions. He looks like what we should be valuing right now and be compromising with and be appreciating. So that's an easy pocket to get us to, you know, have to reel us in, you know, feel some type of empathy and compassion for him, but also at the same time just be, you know, see him as like a helpless person, because when you relate to something, you're giving yourself to something, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that was another alignment. And another alignment that we had was you know, Taurus and Uranus and Taurus. Right, and this was about being individuality. This is about individuality and stability, Uranus and Taurus. So the Uranus and Taurus is squaring Mars right now.
Yeah, and I was gonna just to jump in, like as far as that Cancer energy that we're moving in, like you said, that's also the home or whatever,
and
the
family,
family
and private issues. That's why he was his. You know,
but it was he was
communicating private issues.
Stage. Yeah, he was bringing it to a stage because that was that new moon energy.
Cause Leo.
Yeah, right. So it was putting your emotions on a stage. Right. And he literally did that or whatever. So that was that. Yeah. Now this situation that's going on now with Uranus, you know, because now we moved into Leo season, right, or whatever, and the Uranus and Taurus alignment, like you were saying, is that family sector up against that individuality.
You know what I'm saying? We got that square off, and it's about we all learning how to be individuals, individual thinkers when it comes to family. You know what I'm saying? And even, you know, we were talking and he was like, you know, I should keep thoughts to myself and just write them in my book. You know what I'm saying? Like we hit that. It's a learning process. It's like something you might not want to go through, but you got to go through. But the thing is what the shadow government do with their media and shit is they force that energy out on you how you should learn it. So they want you to be like I said, we're not crazy, you are. You as an individual, and Kanye, he's a loud individual, right? But you gotta understand, spiritually it's not about voice, it's about tone. So in my family, I might carry a different tone than, you know, the people that are, you know, usually around, because I just vibrate different. That's a tone. And so, you know, we see that on the 3D level with Kanye, you know, him being an individual and having a louder tone than, you know, the rest of his family. But, you know, that's what's being attacked, you know, individuals, you know, against their family system and how they run this family system in United States is think how we think, do our religions, you know, have our ideas and shit like that. And if you don't get that shit, then, you know, this is why this attack is being forced upon, because a lot of people, you know, they don't want us to use this energy for ourselves. At the end of the day, it's like they want us to use it for what they want us to use it for. And so we have to learn how to take this alignment and still, you know, define our individuality within our family without, you know, having to think, damn, am I mentally ill? Damn, am I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't want you to be an individual in your family. They want you to assume your role in your family based off, you know, how they say that looks. So you know, because even with the Will and Jada thing, you know, I feel like they were being used. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like a different angle of this of the same thing. Yeah. Like, you know, Nick Cannon. Yeah. You know, like they using people as examples. Because
even Nick Cannon, like he like I said, just because we're on Earth, he got fired from his job. You know what I'm saying? Now his job is what he used to take care of his family. So that's still that, you know what I'm saying, association.
Yeah, you speak out. If you speak up and you speak out against our shit, we're gonna take that away from you.
We're gonna take that away from you.
We're gonna take your money, you know your business, your whole business. That was his own thing that he created, and they wiped him from their network. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. Yeah, like this man got a family. And he can't speak for what he believe in. You know what I'm saying? Look at how that translates, you know, to his kids.
Yeah, that's a don't be an individual in our family. You know what I'm saying? If you sign a contract and you part of that company, you're part of that family basically. Family is just dealing with private issues and what y'all discuss in private, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, that's having a pact, or, you know, somewhere you emotionally resonate, you know. So, you know, Nick Cannon, regardless, he might still be good because he probably wanted to get out there anyway. But you know, with you know, so we just need to understand right now it's they're using family to attack your individuality right now, you know, with this Kanye shit. And You know, so everybody stays spiritually protected. We all need to understand that nobody on this earth and this planet is mentally straight.
We've got cold.
Nobody on this earth and planet is mentally straight based off how they run this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is ran chaotic and wicked. And so if you think you're mentally better than anyone else, first of all, you need to know you're not the mentality either. Anyway, you need to know that you use your mentality. You know, so that's another thing. And Jess was saying, like, how, you know, when did you get into the food shit?
No, I was talking about the Will and Jada.
Oh yeah.
How they was being used, and this, you know, and yeah, just going back to the Will and Jada, like that was just like the family sector. You know what I'm saying? They was hitting. That's a certain angle of that.
Right.
Of that issue. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what happened. Jada, you know, stepped out. You know, they equalized it pretty well, but they had to do it at the expense of August Alsina, making him look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, they was just doing some individual family shit, like, you know, that sometimes happen.
Right,
you know?
But then, like, you know, but they painted August as the crazy person or whatever. So there goes that mental thing again, where it's like, oh, I was just trying to help him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, he helped your ass.
You was just doing what you wanted to do.
He was helping your ass too.
Right, exactly.
You know, but yeah, you was doing what you wanted to do.
Right.
You know, that's not going to address, making it about August is not going to fix what the fuck you and Will need to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Because if you think that if August was the issue, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, like, you know, she admitted to, like, what she felt, like, personally was wrong or whatever. But at the end of the day, that still, you know, speak volumes to the situation, like, to her and Will's relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's an entanglement. You know, so like that's another video. Yeah. But
so it is.
But yeah, and then like another thing, like basically, shit, is that a woman? She like A$AP Rocky G. But anyway, stop thinking.
Go ahead.
Stop thinking something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Everybody just do what they do.
Moral of the story.
Everybody
because that's what we talked about before we turned on the camera. We was watching this video. A Dame Dash basically. And he was just saying, he was talking about some real shit. And then he was like, yeah, so what I'm trying to do is inform black people on health or whatever about diabetes and shit. And it's like, that's the thing. Like, when you understand there's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
You know, like, who trained you, who programmed you to think like something is wrong with you?
Right. Now, we're not saying if you're not, you know, if you feeling fucked up, then don't look into it. But we're just saying that, like,
but don't just
jump on it and accept the first thing that comes to you.
Right. Like, damn, this hurts, so that must mean I had too much. Like,
yeah, your body works in different ways. Your body reacts. Your body create diseases to kill diseases.
And basically, what I'm saying, the source, like, everything you need is inside of you. Like, literally, like, we are not this body. You know what I'm saying? So, my angle is attack the source. That's gonna lead you on. That's gonna put you on a certain path. Right. You know what I'm saying? To where you know, like, what you got to do or whatever. Right. But just jumping in, you know, into things, and you don't really, you know, you can't allow yourself to get lost, because you just can't allow yourself to get lost.
So man, they trying to call. The thing is, I would look like a Kanye to y'all, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make people like Jess and me and the individuals, you know what I'm saying, look like crazy. Kanye. You look like Kanye, and it sounds bad if we just say ain't nothing wrong with Kanye, right? But then how you understand this and get to the deeper meaning and get to the deeper sources, that you look and see who's actually calling him crazy. Yeah, we had to cut to my phone because
the camera battery died.
Yeah, but what I was saying is basically it sounds crazy defending Kanye, right? Because it just automatically puts you on a Kanye train. But if you sit and realize who is actually calling him crazy, then you look at their history and their stats and what they've done and the shit that they, you know what I'm saying, are doing overall. And when I'm saying they, I'm talking about like the shadow government and shit, and like just the system that they're running in general. They know the shit we know. So it's like, once you know that they're doing this shit and they know the shit we know, and they're trying to, you know, rock you to sleep by, you know, calling this person crazy just so you can be a sheep and run their system well, and that's when you know, like, damn, you know, you can see, like, damn, behind the veil, you know, I'm getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting attacked, and I'm getting attacked by people that know.
I'm getting played like a puppet.
I'm getting played. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting played like a puppet.
For real. You know, that's why you gotta just have your own. You gotta sit and come up with your own reasonings and meanings behind things, and not just utilize something. I mean, it's really no other way to put it. Like, if you still accepting other people, other information that people is putting out, and not going within and not finding your own, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because this time, man, people, you know,
you are an individual. You are. Really understand what that means. Like, you know, you are unique. You know, like, and I'm not saying like you can't use things out here as tools, because like going back to the whole, like, the first thing I feel like black people run to when they want to drop knowledge on black people is health. You know,
mental health
is you know, and it's just like all of that is giving titles to shit. Like you got this wrong with you, so do this. Take, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, ain't nothing wrong with you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, going along my journey and my path, that's what I had to realize. Like, because it's like, it put me in a state of constantly trying to fix something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that puts you in a certain vibration. You know, that puts you in a certain energy to where you're going to keep receiving things that you feel like you may need to fix. When you understand, like, okay, these are, you know, alerts, or these are reminders, these are sensations that may not even be mine. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That I'm being influenced by, i.e. planet, sun, you know what I'm saying? That got me feeling certain ways, you know. That's when you really know how to navigate.
We are spiritual beings, you know what I'm saying? Just, that's why our hair stand up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got, you know, we're sensitive to shit, sensitive to energies, you know what I'm saying? So what she's saying is real, you feel me? It's like, we can all be influenced by shit, and the lack of knowledge is where a man perish. You know what I'm saying?
And they tell you, like, that's just like what they say, like, don't Google your symptoms, that'll have you thinking you got some shit you ain't even got. Like, that's, you can use that as like a analogy in life in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put titles to everything, and you know, and it's like a lot of shit is
like shit, like the placebo effect. Like,
you know what I'm saying? That shit don't be doing your mind, but that lets you know, like, your mind is creating this. Your mind is creating this. Like, your mind is creating essentially the disease. Like, you have to, in order for something.
What's the other one called? It's the placebo effect, and the other one. It's one more. I forgot, but we'll probably put the title right here.
But like, your mind is, what we see every day is a figment of imagination. It's an illusion, and that's what they mean when they say life is an illusion, the sun is an illusion, because it's light being it's reflecting an imagination. Like, essentially, that's why we are on a smaller level, which is us walking this earth. You know, we deal with ego shit. Right. So what do you? If there's a higher being, we are the reflection of that fucking ego.
And that's the thing. It's like, we get lost in life. Like, we get lost in actual light. Like, we get lost in information. There's so many lights. And when I say information, that's those sensations and those emotions and things. And you start to think that's you. And once you think that's you, that's where you die at, because you know what I'm saying, it's just like you're attached to that. And so just like this human body, like me, I know I'm not the human body. I know my spirit resides elsewhere. And so my work here is to detach from the human body and show others, people, that that's very possible and that you can be in that space. So when I die, like when Jess say ain't nothing wrong with me, okay, it might be something wrong. I might feel a certain way this moment. I might, you know.
Yeah, it may
but
be
it's not me,
it may be
though.
something wrong with this body. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
but
shit,
it's
that's
not,
why.
But it's not me, though.
But
you
that's
know
why
what I'm saying? It's not your true spirit.
And that's why we get older. That's why our bodies decay, to let you know, like, that's like you on the verge of dying and you trying everything in your power not to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that means you're attached to this body.
Right. And
you know what I'm
the more
saying?
you're attached, the painful your death is.
Yeah.
The more painful your death
Yeah.
is.
So it's like when you understand, like, you not this body, you will have peace with letting it go. Now I'm not saying be reckless out here, but you want to align with your spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And don't feel like you forced into living a certain way, or you have to, just don't feel like you are pressured or forced into living a certain way.
Right.
And
you accepting somebody else's idea and concept
of how you should live. Like, no. Like,
and we out of that time. It's over for that. It's over. It's a new time. It's like you got to be an individual. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to stability, aka Uranus and Taurus. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to gain your own individual stability and your own, you know what I'm saying, shit that you value.
Yeah, don't get lost in other people's lights, man. You got to do it your own way, and what's true to you.
Facts.
Don't be trying to do what the next person is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that don't let that be the intention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't let that, because you may reap, you know what I'm saying, some benefits, but then in the long run, but
yes, sir. So we gonna keep staying strong. Everybody stay strong. Protect your individuality.
Protect your individuality and your spirit and your aura and your energy. Yeah. So I'm Jess.
And I'm Kels, and this is the Love of Skies.